Hello, everyone. I think we're here. Yep.
Hello. All right. Not sure what's up with the video though. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hello, welcome to Ice Cream Sundays with Nougats of Truth. Hello, and welcome to Ice Cream Sundays. My name is Rose with Live by Design, and this is my partner Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish, spelled I-X. I found another thing online that said the path of 9 with that I-X, and so I was like, this is not my partner's business. What the heck is this? Be yacht. So welcome to Ice Cream Sundays with Nougats of Truth. This is one of our only live free collaborative offering that we do. We are partners in life, but we also have our own work that we're putting out into the world. And this is one of the places where you get to get access to us and get support from us collaboratively. If you are interested in, if you know us and you want to get a little bit more support and see what the community that we've been building as a part of is about, you should hop into one of our moon ceremonies, which are really, really lovely. I mean, how long we've been doing them now. It's like the 7 months or whatever it was has just like flown by. So we do moon ceremonies every new and full moon. And we also are hosting ice cream socials, which are a very intimate version of this, with a lot more one-on-one attention, a lot more focus and time for each and every person. And you really get to, everybody walking away feels this sense of connection to the other people in the space. And also this feeling like they got something from everybody else's experience. So what are we here for today? Ice Cream Sundays, which is our little live clearing and reading that we do on Facebook. We will be drawing some names to do one-on-one readings. Well, really 2-on-1, which sounds like it means something other than it does. And in order to get in on that, you're going to have to stick around and be a part of things. So I'm going to wait just a moment before we explain all the rules, but would love to know if you're watching, where are you watching from? I like to do this every time I go live just to get a sense of, you know, what are the threads that we are connecting around this planet? Where are they? Where are they landing? Where is the energy being held, right? As we create this container, this community, this temporary space together. Are you in South Africa? Are you in Australia? Is it the middle of the night and you're in France? You know, like, where are you? So let us know in the comments. If you are watching on replay, #replay, we love to know who pops in later. And we hear after the fact about folks who are like, oh, I watch you guys every week, even though I don't get to watch you live. So this is something that we do every Sunday. United States, it is Sunday in the United States today. We're currently on the big island of Hawaii, out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So we are behind the rest of the United States by a little bit. And we are, it's Monday for those of you watching from New Zealand and Australia, we know. But if you are at home and it's a Monday because you're working from home and you're living that life, or you just have the day off, hello. If you're watching from work, hello.
Hello, Celeste. How are you?
Celeste, lovely. So let us know if you are interested in getting on the list for a single card reading or an ice cream chakra clearing, an energetic clearing. You want to tell them a little bit about how they do, and then we can give you the rundown of how the day is going to go. Okay.
Yep. So if you're new to this, these are the first times you've heard these instructions. If you've been watching us for a while and popping back on, we're doing things a little bit different. We're going to do a general card reading for the group to kind of tell us what's coming up this week. And as everyone knows, December is a pretty big month in the cosmos. Woo! Watch out, December. Then what we'll do is we'll do a random pick. We literally have a little randomizer that we use of all the people who submitted, whether they want a card or a clearing, and then we'll close with a group clearing, which everyone can participate. We are very into boundaries. And so please, just because you're on here, if you do ask for a card or clearing, we ask that you say permission granted in the comments. So how do you get on the list? In one comment bubble. If you want a clearing, you say clearing, permission granted, done. You're on the list, right? To get randomly selected. If you want a card, you say card, topic of your choice, no general card reading. So be as precise as you can, such as like, I have a job interview coming up, you know, looking for insight into that, or I'm moving home, or I'm considering moving home. Can you look into that for us? Just getting out back on the dating scene. We've gotten that a lot. You know, what should I be expecting? I'm a little nervous, things like that, instead of love as a general topic. And then permission granted. And that's how you get on the list.
So welcome to everybody who's watching. Celeste, Marco, Antonio, Kristen, Beth, Miranda. Hello. Permission granted card, please. So Miranda, we will just need to know, what is the specific topic? What is your specific focused question? So don't just say like, you pick, or what's coming up in my future. We would love for you to be a little bit more focused.
Yeah, she got it. Awesome.
Insight about employment. Okay. If you have any other context you want to share with us, we would love that. We'll get you on the list for the drawing, because we are going to draw 3 names. So you got a little bit to, you've got a little while to get your name on the list still. I'm going to go ahead and get ready with our card drawing to give you guys a little reading about the energies this week. She's gonna. There you go, little one. We have an elderly cat who is just making her way. And she does not recognize the borders of computers. She will just walk right over the top of your computer. Zero, like it's almost not there. How's everybody doing out there? I'm super curious. I'm just wondering, like, what's in the air right now for folks? We're getting close to the end of 2020. It's been a hell of a year. And we don't know what's coming up next year. So I'm curious how folks are feeling. Let us know in the comments. I'm glad to have all of you who are here. Hi, Leia. Hello. She's coming to check out the cards. Are they sufficiently shuffled, Lele? Today we are working with the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Love these cards. Love the artwork. Love the emotionality of the artwork. You know, I think it's truly amazing to capture like a feeling in art, to capture movement and aliveness in art. And the art on these cards, to me, captures an energy and an aliveness that is a lot of art does not capture, let alone a lot of tarot or oracle card art. Often oracle card art is a little bit different. It's not quite so fine art. It's a little bit different. It's more like symbols and yada yada. This one is beautiful if you've never seen it. Pardon me just for 1 second. Allergies. Would you be willing to get out the bell and do a little?
We're going to draw a card for the week, see how we can be supported and what is supporting us. If you're a Path of the Ish follower, thank you so much for following me with the daily Mayan signs and other things of wisdom. Thanks for everyone who has joined my classes throughout the year. And super excited about 2021 with a lot of things happening. Rose and I also launched a ceremonial cacao brand. So if you're interested in that, we just started slowly starting on Instagram and Facebook on that. Most of the cacao is made for the classes, the ceremonial training that I do across the world. But if you're interested in finding out more info, just hashtag cacao and we'll send you in the right direction. So you can start following us on another page and on Instagram. So the card for the week is Lady of Lhasa Descends. One of the interesting things about these cards is that you see Kuan Yin at different ages. And so it's really kind of important to kind of look into that. In some cards, she's very, very young, right? And some cards, she's a little bit older as it goes.
Is there anything you're noticing about this card that you want to share? I'm really letting it settle in for a moment here.
You know, I think one of the things coming in for this coming week and in December, as the Gregorian calendar is wrapping up, right? Which is a calendar that many of us follow, among others, is just, you know, just the idea that you might think that the culmination of this year is pushing down on you or pulling at you right now. And this card is saying that this is just the beginning. You know, there's so much more in your life to explore. And if you're hearing that and you're like, oh my God, I just want this to end. This is really about understanding that if you are on that path of radical self-love, right, that the destination is you. Okay.
Were you in the middle of saying something?
Yeah, but you're ready to go. So,
well, I just think in this particular case, I rarely do this, but I actually want to read you directly from the book about this card, because reading it right now is having a really big impact on me. And in most of the cases when we do card readings, I utilize my intuition, highly utilize my intuition as an aspect of the reading. It is not just about pulling the card and reading the exact meaning for you. But this card, this Lady of Lhasa Descends, I think it's important that I actually just read you the message directly, because there's so much power in what's being said and it really resonates for me as I'm reading it. So I'm going to share it with you. The Oracle of Lady of Lhasa Descends speaks of a journey that you have been on, perhaps a troubling or arduous journey. It might have been a journey of the body, the heart, or the mind. It may refer to your entire lifetime thus far, your soul's journey. There may have been times when you weren't certain you could make it through, times when you were worried you might not have all that it takes, and yet somehow you still kept going. Even with doubts and fears, you kept going. And the path before you, leading you towards the destination you desire, lies in wait. That path is still there, right? You may continue upon the path of pursuit you are on. And I think you need to hear this too, just so you know. If you so choose. It is, however, not necessarily going to become easier to continue that journey now than how it was in the past. At times, it may seem even more difficult, as though the path is now becoming steeper, more strenuous as you begin your ascent to the mountaintop, requiring ever more effort from you. You have not done anything wrong, of course. There are times when the soul must learn strength of will and the power of intention to overcome any obstacle. This can build a strong mind capable of holding focus on the light, even if the presence of darkness would try to overwhelm your mind and distract you from your purpose, distorting the appearance of truth. The goal you seek is noble. and the method you have chosen to procure it has served a purpose. However, this oracle comes with a message. If you continue with your approach now, the way will become unnecessarily hard for you, and there is not more to be gained in terms of willpower or evolution in doing so. If you have been pushing the body too hard, you are well advised to take rest and restore, likewise for the mind and heart. You have reached a point in your journey where you must let go. Do not fear that you have to give up your quest. The Divine Mother wishes to give you what you have been seeking. She also has compassion for your plight and wishes to become a bridge between your human methods of endurance and effort by greeting you as a friend with a heart full of merciful grace, bearing gentle comfort and a special gift. But you have to be willing to stop driving, to stop pushing. You have to give up trying to take, to force, and to make your journey happen. You have traveled far enough along that path, and now divine intercession is upon you. What you have been seeking is coming to you. There is no need to go out searching or striving anymore. You have proven yourself. Now is time to trust and become receptive to what life has in store for you, knowing that the Divine Mother has acknowledged your desire and affirmed her intention to deliver it. Okay, so I want to just reiterate what that was saying. It's basically saying if you have been on some type of journey where you have persevered, and whether this is like a smaller journey, you know, kind of like a segment of your life that feels like you've been on it for a while, around business, around love, around anything, around health, around your living situation, around survival, around happiness, mental health, anything, right? If you have been on a journey and you feel like you've just been like going, and you just keep pushing, and you know, there's times when you could have given up, but you persevered, right? This book is basically, this oracle is saying, we've reached the point of diminishing returns. If you keep pushing, if you keep coming at this journey from an endurance standpoint and really pressing yourself to make it happen, ignoring the needs of your body, really forcing and pushing and struggling, it's not actually going to gain you any big rewards to keep approaching it that way at this time. If you can let go a little bit and stop pushing in the way that you have been pushing, then the universe is going to meet you and give you the goal that you are striving towards, but you have to let go. You have to stop forcing. And when I read this, I knew for me immediately what it was about and what the energy was and all that. And I think that it is, the reason that I read it is because I think this is probably something that many people can relate to right now because of the context of the world that we're living in. Even if you hadn't been able to relate to it before that, which I think most people can. This is a time when a lot of people have been pushing like we're in a sprint, right? But it's only the first segment of a marathon. And if we keep pushing like we're in a sprint, there does reach a point where like your body stops actually training and improving. You start losing muscle, you start injuring yourself, and it starts going downhill. And this message is telling you, you don't have to go there. You need to just let go a little bit and actually take your foot off the, you know, accelerator and allow the universe to meet you. But it means you have to trust and disengage from the habitual process that you're in that has gotten you really far, but it's not going to keep carrying you. It's not going to keep giving you gifts. You've learned the lessons of that process already. So that's what that card is about today. And if that lands for you, let us know in the comments. Let us know how that landed for you. We're going to move on at this point to the individual card readings and clear. Ooh, you're right there, Layla.
Hi, Layla.
Individual card readings and clearings. And as our cat is on the move. Yeah, should be fun. And yeah, let us know. Let us know what came up for you. And Marita, I know, has been letting folks know who is going, but do you want to read it out loud so that everybody knows?
Okay, first up will be Miranda with a card. Then Jacqueline, seems like you're having a few issues. You say that your internet keeps freezing, so making sure that you're here. If not, we'll move on to someone else. And then Kristen, DC, I think it says Kristen, yeah, for a clearing. Nicole's still here. That card completely resonated with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kristen, DC is still here. Kristen, do you still want your clearing? Let us know. And okay, awesome, beautiful. And Jacqueline, just making sure that you just wanted a card in regards to your passion for singing. Just give me a yes, that would be great. I'm trying to do this instead of this, and because I've been reflecting, and it's really interesting that Facebook does this, as I go on a little tangent as Rose pulls a card, is that this was used back in Roman times to either
He lives or he dies.
He lives or he dies.
The gladiator lives.
Lives or dies. Also, the persecution of many people, and from the world, where their life depended on a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So I'm trying to change that energy and just go to the okay or Hawaiian, So I don't know. Check it out.
What's the card question?
Miranda, making sure you're still here. Yeah, you are still here. Awesome. A card in regards to employment. Please like, please share, please. We've been able to reach hundreds of thousands of people because of you. If you share, then you help us share even on your own personal pages, and we get more people and we help more people. If you're interested in our ice cream social this Thursday, it might actually be full. We're going to do just 2 this month. Hashtag ice cream social. It is our small, intimate 5 people card and clearing on Zoom. Buy-in price, drop-in price is around $30. And it really allows you to build community. Some people have become really good friends on here from around the world. We have people from around the world that joins us. So much so that we actually do 2 days, one specifically for a group just in Australia. So if you have a bunch of friends out there that are interested, I know we were talking to people in Ireland and England, in France that were interested, let us know, and we'll just create one. If you get 5 people that will show up on a consistent, at least twice a month basis.
Even one time.
Yeah,
if you just want to get your friends together and do one time, we will charge you a flat rate for everybody, and we'll do it for you once. Yeah. It's the thing. I want to say something here, because something I've noticed is you don't have to know if it's the perfect step. You don't have to know if it's the perfect community for you or if it's the perfect thing. That my experience has been finding new communities, finding new people, seeking out new experiences, figuring out where I'm going to find a sense of belonging or the next thing that I really need to support me in my journey and my growth and my expansion. Is you have to explore. You have to be willing to try things and to explore and to jump into groups that you've never been a part of. I mean, I think it was in 2011. Actually, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but years and about a decade ago at this point, I was, at the time, I used to go to Burning Man. I used to participate as a ranger and work with fire dancers and all these different things, work on big art projects. And one of the camps that I used to camp with, I didn't camp with them so much anymore. And I saw that the temple of Burning Man was being built in the area that I lived. And I just decided there was an open call for people to show up if you wanted to start working on the temple for 6 months prior to the event. And I just showed up. I showed up and I made connections with totally different people than people that I knew. I made connections in a bunch of different states, and I made friendships with people, and I had a whole experience that if I hadn't just gotten in my car and showed up and been with a group of people that I didn't know at all, then I wouldn't know so many of the people that I know now. I wouldn't have traveled to visit friends in other states and, you know, see them fall in love and like move together and have babies and travel to Italy. Like so many things can happen if you just take that first step through a doorway. You don't have to know, hi, Mercury, if it's the perfect one. And I'm saying that because I see how much of bystanders people can become online when they just think, here's this thing, I'm interested, but like, whatever. Just pick something and move forward and take a risk. It doesn't have to be our group, but I really, really am cheering for you to do that, because that is how your life changes. That is how the people that you are around changes, by taking those actions. Cool. Passion soapbox for the day done. So let's get to Miranda.
Yeah, Miranda and I've been chatting.
Chatting about what?
She's looking for, it's about employment and jobs. She's tried old and new and just keeps getting dead ends. So
you're looking for a new job or looking for, Miranda, can you clarify? You've tried old and new what? What do you mean when you say that? Old and new?
Deborah, we have 6 cats, technically 7. One is, someone has her.
She ran away.
Someone has her.
And she's very friendly. And so somebody
took her,
kidnapped her, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, she's like ridiculously friendly and sweet and adorable. So she's one of those cats that like people fall in love with.
They're like, oh, this cat came to me. I'm like, no, it didn't.
You're like, it doesn't mean that cat's yours.
Look at this face. No, it didn't.
Look at my eyes.
Give me back my wiki. If you're out there, come back. Okay.
This is the card
Direction to go in
that we got for you, Miranda. This card is Pray to the East, Guardian watches over the West. So let's talk about that. You don't need to worry about the old. It's time for you to focus on the new. And it's time for you to look in the direction of what comes next. The East is absolutely associated with birth and spring and newness and new ideas. It is like the place of the beginnings of things. The beginnings of spring often comes from, you know, it's where the sun rises. Like it's so associated with this. And you can see on this card, look, she's looking into the sunlight. She kind of has to like cover her eyes. It's so bright. And what this is saying is like, you don't need to go backwards. You don't need to go back there. You don't need to go to the past, to any of that. That there's something, the guardians, the people that are taking care of you, the energies, they have your back. You don't need to worry about going back that direction. They'll hold that down for you, even if it's just temporarily. It's time to really start exploring in new directions. And that actually ties into exactly what I was talking about, which is sometimes when we're looking for new directions, we want to have it all figured out. But the important thing is actually just taking the first step that allows you to figure out what the next step is going to be. You don't have to have all the steps figured out, but if you don't take the first one, you never get to see what the new questions are that come after that first step has been taken. I'm doing a course right now, Courage 101, and this has absolutely come up in the course. And then people are like, oh, but I took that action and then I didn't know what to do. And then all these new challenges came in, right? All these things happened and I got really uncomfortable and stressed and da-da-da-da. The point is, none of that you wouldn't have even known what was after that first step and been able to make a choice about what to do next if you don't take the first one. If all you do is agonize over the first step, is it the right one? Is it not? Is it the right one? Is it not? You're never going to move forward. You have to just follow your excitement and see where it takes you and allow it to change. Allow the path to evolve and to unfold in an organic way. You don't have to make sure like, well, I originally started doing this with this in mind, so I'm not going to change my trajectory. No, you just need to keep moving forward and exploring and listening to yourself and seeing how it feels and checking out how it works with the market, right? All of these things. Is there anything you want to say about this card and the energy of it?
She said that she likes them both.
She likes what both?
The first card and this one. I think also another thing, Miranda and just everyone in Facebook land. Facebook land. Oh, have you gone to Facebook land? Oh, I'm very famous on Facebook land. Facebook land. Oh, yes. There we have a little show on Facebook land. Anyways, sorry.
Totally made up accent, by the way. I'm not trying to.
Oh, I don't know how to do any
accent.
accents. I create my own in my own world, in my own mind.
Sometimes
Anyways.
I'm like, is that Texas Scottish?
Probably. The one thing to understand, and that 2020 has taught and is here to teach us, is that there's no guarantees, right? That if you are looking for this idea of security or doing the right thing, right? You're going to have to really look within and follow your heart, and create your path and be on your path. And people, we're in this place where we haven't walked before. And so it's okay if you don't know the way. You've never walked it before, right? So just be patient with yourself and come with a lot of compassion. Okay. Bing. There we go. Jacqueline Shaw, she wants a card about her passion for singing.
That's so funny. It's come up a couple of times. I actually have been thinking about, like on my wish list is working with like a vocal coach, like somebody who works with like intuitive singing and being strong in your voice and all that shenanigans.
I had a voice coach back in the day. Jazz, baby.
Someday,
when I'm awfully low.
I was in a community choir though one time, and she would do some vocal coaching, but it's been a long time. And
so, Jacqueline, tell us about your passion for singing. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so what is your question about your passion for singing?
Is this something that you should pursue? What does that look like?
Yeah, let us know in the comments some additional context. I think it's great that you have a passion for singing, but what are you asking about?
We had a beautiful ceremony yesterday where one of my students were like, I liked how you were like Maria von Trapp singing the whole time. I was like, I just go with the flow. Again, everyone, if you're just tuning in, my name is Marita, one who catches lightning with the path of Ish, pronouns they, them. This is Rose with Live by Design. We have our own Facebook pages. Please like, please follow, please share. This is the free offering that we do on Sundays. We've been doing it for over 2 years. Wow. Amazing. How fun has that been? We also do small little things, moon ceremonies, monthly moon ceremonies, full and dark are new. And we also do ice cream socials, which is a group on Zoom that we do on Thursdays, 2 to 3 Thursdays out of the month. Hashtag if you want to join the moon, or hashtag if you want to join us in our ice cream social on Thursday. Dropping costs are anywhere in between $16 to $30, really, really low costs. And we have a lot of things. Rose and I currently have classes going on. Rose is 2 weeks into her 4-week class. I'm 1 into my 4th. And we have a lot of stuff coming up in the new year. So check out our links. Check out what's happening.
So Jacqueline, you are a coach and you're a singer-songwriter, and you've been doing therapy and counseling work. We should totally connect, by the way.
There you go, Jacqueline.
We should totally connect. So you send me a message. I just feel like we should chat. But in terms of this, I totally feel you. You feel like you're leaving your passion behind. So
here's a card.
This is the card we got for you. Desert Harvest, and it was upside down. There's a couple things that I am getting for you from this card and from what you shared, which is that It's not a all yes or all no. It's a little bit more complex. You absolutely should not leave your passion completely behind. It is not a good idea for you. And it is going to be really hard to do counseling work and therapy work if you are not also making space and devotion for your passions that bring you joy. It just won't work. And it's also sort of antithetical, right? But what you're doing right now is giving you something different. It's giving you something different in terms of value, and it's also giving you something different in terms of experience and connection to people and your understanding of the world and, you know, the windows into people's lives that you are experiencing, all extremely valuable. Hi. Hi, Layla. So this card, Desert Harvest, is in reverse, right? A desert harvest, even though it looks very like stark and like, wow, right? To me, the energy of this is actually, when you think about a desert harvest, there's so much preciousness in that. When you're in the desert and you need resources to live off of, and you know, the desert, it has, it's a very harsh environment for things to grow. So when you have a harvest in the desert, it is so precious. There is no extra. There's not going to just be like mangoes falling off the trees and littering the streets like where we live, right? Even though many of them you can't eat because, you know, people just run them over, right? But the point is like in a desert, when you find a fruit, it is precious. So a desert harvest is really like finding that very, very precious resource and how much we appreciate it and how much we don't waste it, how much we value the gift that we are getting from the earth and from life, and to help sustain life. To get, oh, you want to say something else? To get this card in reverse, to me, is saying like, how do I say this? Why don't you go and then I'll organize my words a little better.
Jacqueline, I'm a singer-songwriter as well. You know, I put up a few things. I'm on Spotify, just iTunes, check it out. But and have other stuff that I'm sitting on that I still haven't released. And, you know, am I doing that? Is that my focus right now? No. Will it come back? Yes. And so I think one of the things you have to understand is that if you are a creative human being, you will always be creative. Yeah. Right. And things come in phases, right? We've seen some, you know, actresses become, you know, finally become famous at 50 plus, right? Some artists become famous at 80, you know? So not that you're looking for fame here, but what I'm saying is that we all go through life. If you're a creative person, you will go through life in a creative way, and your singing will, maybe it might be not be the quote unquote defined focus on your resume, but it will be used. You know, I have a day job where where I actually use my singing. You know, it's part of, you know, because it's me, it's my personality, it's who I am. And so when I bring that to the table, it's very accepted. So you don't have to leave your personality behind, you know? So I think I just wanted to throw that in.
There's a phrase that I want to share with you that it is the best way that I can kind of capture the feelings and thoughts that I have for you about this card being in reverse. And it is just share the gifts. That was my phrase for this year. You know, people have a word, they'll be like, oh, my word for the year is this. This is going to help me stay focused on like what my underlying intention is for the whole, Gregorian calendar year. Well, mine this year was share the gifts. You know, it was whatever I have to offer, whether it be through my business, whether it be stuff that feels like it doesn't totally fit in my business. I'm not going to hold on to it and, you know, perfect it and keep it hidden and then never bring it out. And then the moment passes, then I feel like it's the wrong time and da, da, da. None of that. I'm going to share the gifts. So if there is a way for you to continue sharing the gifts, bringing your gifts to the table, even though you are right now doing more counseling and therapeutic work, whether you share them in, on Facebook, whether you share them in specific social circles, whether it's something that you just create a shared space with other people and you bring those gifts to the table. It's not time to treat this gift of singing like this precious thing that has to be protected from the world and, kept because there's only going to be one. And it's like, you just need to let it flow out a little bit easier and find ways to keep that happening that are not so high pressure. Yeah. And send me a message. I really think we should talk. I don't know why, but I feel like we should. So there you go. Let us know how that
Rose
landed.
is at Live by Design, or you can find her in her Adventurers Club, which I highly recommend people join. It's an amazing group that really, and Rose gives a lot. Talk about sharing the gift, really gives a lot to that group about how to be courageous, right? And we need courage right now. Courage, we need it as we change. Courage. So
yeah, join my group on December 11th. I'm going to start 21 days of badassery. It's going to be really to just super easy, fun, challenge, totally free in the group, really simple way for you to get like revved up for the end of the year and get ready for whatever new cycles you want to starting next year, whether you do that whole new year, new thing. And, yeah, I would love to have you.
New year, new boo.
New year, new you. I'm not going to don't say new boo. Don't replace me. My shit's about to blow up next year. You don't want to replace me right now. Just be with me through the struggle of grad school and social work. All right. So yeah, get in my group, the Adventurers Club. You can send me a private message too. I check my message requests. I'm not against that. And
okay.
Yeah, hop in. Get on it.
Kristen DC checking in if you're here. If you're not, Celeste will do your clearing and then we'll wrap it up. Let us know who's here.
Good. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Just waiting. I know sometimes there's a little bit of a lag.
There's always a lag. It's the I don't want to bust people's dreams.
Thanks everyone for watching us instead of football today.
I was about to reveal the
Kristen is here.
I feel so cock blocked right now. You just did it twice in a row. I was about to do these big things on your end. Anyway.
Keep it focused. No, I'm just kidding.
And passive aggressive sometimes. Jesus. We get real on screen, people.
Here we go.
All right. And it is what?
Clearing.
Thank you.
One more time. Hi, Amy Anderson. Amy, what do you say for the week? I like those little things that you put up. Cherry Garcia, which I've never had actually.
I have.
What is it? Why is it Cherry Garcia?
Cherry Garcia.
What does it have?
Because it's from Ben and Jerry's. And
I understand that.
Jerry Garcia.
Oh, that's all the only reason. Is there anything else other than cherries in there?
Yeah, there's cherries and there's chocolate chips. Okay. I don't remember if there's anything else.
Okay, I was feeling there was some chocolate involved. Like
there's definitely chocolate or brownie or something. Like little, like chocolate chips, like mint chip has chips, little flat chips.
So again, if you've never had an ice cream chakra clearing, instead of using color or sound, we use ice cream flavors. It doesn't mean that you have to actually consume them. And why is that? Because we tie into your olfactory and gustatory senses that have a quicker connection to your memory centers to give you a more somatic experience in healing, right? It takes over 400 repetitions to create a new neural pathway with play, and we're having fun with ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream? It cuts it down to 20. So let's do this clearing. So Cherry Garcia. Whenever I get cherry, I always see that it's it's usually for the heart center, but this is actually coming in for your third eye. That means what's asking is it's asking you to connect your heart to your third eye, right? Cherries always, once you open them up, have that kind of heart shape, which I love. And for me, Rose loves cherries. My mother loved cherries. And I remember my mother, we didn't grow up with a lot of money. It was like that one treat that she would once in a while, like save her pennies for, was to get cherries. Now I'm going to start crying. And so this is really talking about the preciousness of your thoughts. So many times, and we live in a society, in a white society, colonized society, where we are taught to get on top of things, to handle things. I even have a whole issue with the whole mindfulness movement. Don't even get me started. And kind of approaching the world with the mind. You might say that, Buddhist teachings have a conversation about the mind over matter and things like that, but it's really consciousness. So there's a lost in translation here throughout the years. I am First Nation. First Nation people, it's really about leading from the heart center. It's really about the alignment of the heart, of the body, and the essence working all together. And that is what we yearn to be in a relationship where we can follow our heart, right? All these business coaches, making so much money these days because people are following their heart, right? I say it in air quotes. And this is really about being kind to how you treat your mind. The mind is a brilliant, beautiful supercomputer. Recognize it for what it is and don't damn it. Bring the heart into your mind. And that's not the heart or the body leading. It's like, can you be in co-relationship? And so think about your thoughts. Think about how you treat your mind. Think about the conversations that you have. And then chocolate, heart opener. There you go. Chocolate is a heart opener. Cacao is a heart opener. She reveals to us who we are. Ceremonial cacao, done in a ceremonial way, reveals to us the medicina of who we are and what we need at that time. It doesn't blast us out of space. It just shows us that obsidian mirror in a kind and gentle way to remind you of your potential. So this is saying your potential doesn't reside in figuring all things out, but putting your heart in your mind. Okay. I'm done.
The flavor that I got for you is carob chips.
Oh, carob.
I don't know if you know what carob is, but when I was young, it was basically like the hippie version of chocolate that no child ever really wanted to eat.
That I grew up on.
I did too. And
we grew up with hippie parents, both of us.
Yeah. Strange. There's so many different versions of hippies, by the way.
So many different.
So the energy that I got was for your heart. And it was also for your third energy center, which is below your heart. It's right at the solar plexus. And to have this flavor come up to me, first of all, if you don't know what carob is, let us know, it is connected to family, and it is connected to, things that have happened in our families and the way that we integrate them into our lives. And so to have this come through for your heart and for your solar plexus, to me, is saying like, it's time to actually cleanse some of those things out, to let some of those pieces that have kind of gotten in there. And maybe we feel, they're not like the most harmful things. And maybe they haven't been the most glaring examples of like really harmful patterns that were passed down through our families. But there's some elements of family in your heart area and in your solar plexus area that are actually getting in the way of your ability to live a very wholehearted life and also to live into your own purpose. This happens sometimes when I'm doing readings and clearings. I suddenly have a bunch of stuff moving through. So
how you're making me yawn.
I know. Well, spirit made me do it. So for you, this is coming through to really help get those little pieces out, because it's going to create a lot more clarity in your purpose, in your version of a heart-centered, wholehearted life. And while we were doing your clearing, the rain, it's been raining outside. The energy of that rain came through very clearly into the clearing energy that I was doing for you. And it was almost like I saw you. What I saw was actually a statue outside, you know, with its arms out, and the rain was just washing down it. And it's that when it's been raining long enough that the rain is not just running off the top of like a statue or a tree or whatever, but it's been raining enough that it starts to like soak in a little bit, and you can see the moisture has gotten into things. It's not just running off of the surface anymore. And the moisture actually cleanses things out of the surface, out of deeper layers of the things that it's washing over. So that was also a piece of the clearing that came in for you, is that assistance from the rain to really just gently purify, gently move these things out. None of this, the energy of this clearing of carob and the rain coming in was the energy of being harsh or rushed or aggressive or like a really significant blocks or damage. It was like these little things, but small things that sometimes, even if they don't seem really horrible, can have a profound effect on the degree, like the direction. Even if we just make these little shifts, it can have a really profound effect on how much our experience feels like it is our experience and our life choices and our purpose and our version of a wholehearted life, instead of somebody else's that we're still really doing, that are not aligned with our internal compass. Okay. So there you go. There's your clearing. Let us know how that lands. Disconnecting.
And last but not least, we're going to do a group clearing. So if you'd like to receive the benefit, let me find my words.
Receive the benefit of this clearing. We're going to give you the chance right now.
So, oh my God. Just hashtag permission granted, or you can write what you're letting go or bringing in. I'm having.
Marita can see my face on the screen. So when I make really strange faces while I'm talking, Marita gets really distracted and discombobulated. Just like, because I was like, Marita's like, continue.
So if you'd like to be part of the group clearing, just don't hashtag, just write permission granted, write what you're letting go, what you're bringing in. Oh my goodness. Ay. Thank you so much. January night. One of my favorite names that pops up.
It's a good name.
God, I love it. I love January.
People are laughing. Yeah, we're weirdos. Like, we do silly shit. I used to do a lot of theater, and I've done tons of improv as well. Just like, and it comes across in my day-to-day very, very strongly.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
I'm silly. I give good play. So if you want to be a part of the clearing, like Marita said, put permission granted in the comments. Otherwise, it's okay. This is not for you. We're putting this out with the energy of being only received by the people who have made a point to say, yes, I want this. You also have the option of saying what you are releasing right now and what you're calling in. We're right about halfway between the full moon and the new moon right now. So at this
14th, right?
At this time of the moon cycle, it's a really powerful in terms of transformation, both now and then the next half moon or quarter moon, between the new moon and the full moon on the other side. Right now is about that releasing and that partway point of releasing for transformation. So use that as well as well. Okay, go ahead. I know you're just hanging there with the little, I'm waiting.
Here we go. Hi, Layla. Carrot cake.
Sounds yummy.
Carrot cake ice cream. It sounds actually
I want
pretty
carrot cake,
delicious.
yeah.
Is there? I think there. Can
we
had?
make carrot cake?
Can we make carrot cake? I'm sure we are capable of making
Yeah, I mean, like,
gluten-free
tonight, I want
carrot cake.
carrot cake now.
I don't think we even have carrots.
I think we do.
Where?
In the refrigerator. Marita's gonna make carrot cake. It has been.
I don't know if I should
spoken.
do that since my lemongrass tofu. I forgot the whole step of frying the tofu.
The thing is that I knew you probably were gonna like have some struggle with it, considering you were already like, "Where's this? Where's that? I don't know how to do this." And I was just like, "This is. It's okay. It's okay. You can do it. I believe in you. Even if something goes wrong, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna do it different next time, and you're gonna have learned. When you try to like ask me to do it, or when I micromanage, you don't learn. You just get angry at me, and you don't learn anything. Then you're like, "Well, here you do it," and then I'm the one who's cooking our favorite foods all the time. That's a setup for. That's a recipe for disaster.
It's a recipe for me to get fed. Yum yum.
Yeah, it's working way too well right now, and I'm tired of cooking.
Okay.
We don't have delivery here.
Carrot cake. Here we go. Here's the clearing for carrot cake. And even though you might think it's for your tummy, yummy, in the tummy, in your gut, in your second chakra, which is really actually about your creativity and sexuality. This is really about your third chakra, your solar plexus. So put your hand over your solar plexus, not heart, right? Solar plexus. Breathe out into it, like, oh, extend it another way. Oh my God. Oh. And let it go. That's your solar plexus. That's where you sing from. Right? That's where you draw in energy to sing from. So you can project. And solar plexus is about projecting. How do you put yourself out in the world? And this whole thing about carrot cake is really about, I mean, you put a carrot in a cake, sounds kind of nutty. And then you put nuts in it, super, super nutty. So this is,
then you put raisins in it.
I know, it sounds crazy. A savory, sweet treat. And so this
and then you put pineapple. Just kidding.
So this is about be you. This is the
nutty,
time
carroty creature.
to
You.
just be a carrot cake.
Oh, girl.
Just be a carrot cake. Be your nuttiness, be your spiciness, your all spiciness, your nutmegness, be your carrot, be your sweet, carrot cake's good for you, right? It has carrots. Be about that. Right? And carrots are good for your eyes, vision. So this is about you just being you. It doesn't matter if people are like, carrot cake's not a cake. What's wrong with you?
Tell your funny story when you're done.
This is about you being you. Be the cake, eat the cake, be yourself.
Don't eat yourself. So I have a hilarious story to add some amazing play into this mix of this clearing. I knew somebody whose either mom or dad, somebody was like a doctor maybe they were a dentist. Okay, anyway, it was in a county where there's a lot of people who are super, super health nut, like love all the health fads. And long story short, some of them drank a shit ton of carrot juice, like a lot.
Orange.
It turns your skin orange if you
does.
drink enough of it. And so they were like, oh my God. And they're like, you're drinking too much. Like you've reached the too much point. It actually does change your skin orange if you drink that much carrot juice.
A lot of carrot juice.
I know. I'm like, God, I've drank a lot of carrot juice. How much would they have to drink? Because I never had any skin color change. And I used to drink juice like every day. Do you have anything else to add for the clearing or just the... No, it's just the story. It's the play. It's making those synapses change faster. Now you're not going to forget this clearing because of the story about the person, the stupid health nut person who drank so much carrot juice that their skin turned yellow.
Live in balance. All things are good in balance.
Even being unbalanced.
And with that, thank you so much for joining us from Live by Design with Rose at the Path of Ish with Marita, one who catches lightning. Thank you so much for joining us. No one hashtag ice cream social. So I guess
what the feezy people.
So
Did you not hear my passionate soapbox speech about
it seems like we won't see you. It'll be full of our Patreon followers probably.
Forget it. We're done. Goodbye.
No.
Just kidding.
Always
Oh,
happy to
God.
see you again. There's
Yeah.
still time to hashtag something. Just hashtag whatever you want to hashtag. Whatever. Why not?
Get crazy with the hashtags. I want to see how far you can take it right now.
Just start hashtags.
Oh my God, Marita came up with the most hilarious one.
Oh,
What
I
did
have
she
to
say?
tell her about the
Turn
roaming
shit
god.
to gold.
Oh, there you go.
Oh
That's a
my
good
God.
hashtag.
No, turn shit to gold.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
don't-
turn
yeah.
shit to gold.
I have to call Marita and tell her about that.
Oh my
The
God. I
roaming
know.
god. Did you
should-
know there's a roaming god called Chakra?
So my theory was this is the root of why colonization is so bad, because we were colonized by caca.
Chakra.
Holy shit. Literally.
CACA shit. Maybe that was named
God,
differently.
the god.
It was a
of
god of
caca.
fire that was actually like the daughter or like a sub god that wasn't like the real god. So it was a god that was full of shit being called fire. So anyways, that's all you get for today. Thank you so much. Now we have some ice cream socials. Alisa, we love you. We love you both. Send us pictures of your adorable cat and has now become your.
It's a therapy cat.
It's a therapy cat
for your dog. That's amazing.
Whew. Take care of yourself. We know that December, if you do follow Gregorian time and with the Judeo-Christian and Ramadan coming up. So we have Hanukkah on Friday. We've got the Xmas coming up. We've got Ramadan as well. Take care of yourself.
Is Xmas how they celebrate in the X-Men?
I think they do. They do. They have Xmas trees. Have a good time and remember to live your life
to the sweetest. Yeah. And I love throwing you off by making so many jokes that you're just like, when are we gonna move forward?
I know. I was like, oh
it's
my
like
God.
my favorite thing ever. Okay, bye.